Hello my compadres, welcome back. Before we get into the video, I have to ask you, pretty please subscribe. We're so close to 100, and once we reach it, I'll open the official Chaplain Athens Discord server. So what are Rec Room Militaries? Short answer, absolute cancer. As for the long answer, Rec Room Militaries or clans are essentially roleplay guilds, where they present themselves as a form of online militia. Usually coming in a theme or franchise such as US Army, Warhammer 40k, Star Wars, or even medieval factions. As for the content they offer, usually consisting of boring-ass training montage, followed by standing at a gate post where you're not allowed to move from. This coupled with annoying children who somehow acquired high-ranking positions being absolute pains in the fucking ass. But sometimes, you may come across a hidden gem of sorts that offer a much wider variety of content, such as mission events or story events, depending on the franchise. These ones are actually a pleasure to be a part of, and are the main inspirations for others to establish their own clans. But overall, the number of shit clans far outweigh the good ones. Hence why you hardly see RecTubers delving into such militaries. The only popular RecTuber who primarily does military content would be Lamps, who instead of playing along with militaries, prefers to just raid them outright. Now this may seem toxic and a bit mean at first, but honestly it's the only entertaining thing to do in a military event. Most clans lack so much content that raiding them is the only enjoyable activity. Are Rec Room Militaries worth your time? Short answer, fuck no. Long answer, most militaries are shit, which we've already established, but they also don't last long either. Both good and bad militaries often go through burnout, where they regularly go through periods of inactivity until their inevitable death. This means all those precious rank ups and classes that you've unlocked in that military, your prestige, your reputation, all of it just goes out the window once the owner is like, I don't feel like doing it anymore, fuck this. So really, the entire experience is a complete waste of time, unless you're a raider of course. Almost every military is a carbon copy of one another. You've seen one of them, you've seen all of them. As for creating your own military, it's really not a good idea. Chances are you'll end up making an awful clan. And even if you do manage to blossom into a genuinely fun clan, you'll have to constantly battle with burnout. It's not a fun experience, I know because I've been there myself. Back in the day, I established the very first and longest lasting Warhammer 40k military, 40k. And for almost 3 years we were the only Warhammer clan on Rec Room, and because of that I found it so hard to quit even after I stopped enjoying it. With everyone counting on me, it felt like I just couldn't stop, but the intense burnout made it so hard to keep going. It really was not enjoyable. What was supposed to be a fun hobby became a daunting second job. But after a while, our success gave others the spark to start their own Warhammer clans, and so I could finally put it all to rest and retire from clanning. And the amount of time that I've wasted doing this is insane, especially since there's no reward for it. There's no way to monetize shit like this outside of tokens. To summarize, Rec Room Militaries might not be worth your time, unless you're into those short-term fun experiences. But remember, your time has value. Don't waste it on something so pointless. Yeah, and just like that, that brings us to the end of today's video. This is kind of a follow-up video from my other Rec Room video on Rec Room Militaries, which is terrible and poorly edited. Thanks again for watching, compadres. Good night.